Hi guys, my name is Okoro Blessing Nkiruka and I'm popularly known as Blessing CEO. This is going to be a very insightful video and I want you to pay attention. One major mistakes you keep making in your relationship and your marriage. I hear this a lot and I get this a lot on my email. Blessing, relationship is hard. Blessing, I'm tired of relationship. Blessing, I'm giving up on relationship. And I just smile. Relationship is not hard. You are the hard one. Relationship is not hard. You are the difficult person. Marriage is not hard. You are the difficult person. Why did I say you are the difficult person? You don't listen. You like suffering your emotion. You like suffering yourself. You like punishing your spirits. I'm going to tell you why. So pay attention. One major mistake you keep making in a relationship and marriage. Number one, you refuse to date and marry people with the same mentality with you. Some of you date people and marry people that are off key. So all through the relationship and marriage, you struggle. Do you know why it is easy for you to marry somebody that is going to your church? It is because you people listen to the same pastor and to the same doctrine. Do you know why it is easy for you to cope with someone that is from the same village with you? It's because people share the same thing in common. Elders, the same kind of food, the same kind of everything. That's why in those days, it's easy to marry within your kindred. Marriage lasted far back during our mother's days because we married people with our mentality. We married people with our culture. We married people with our upbringing. So it was easy for us to communicate. These days, we want to marry Oyibo, yet we are not patient to learn Oyibo culture. We want to marry Edo, but we are not patient to learn Edo culture. We want to fall in love with Yoruba, but we are not patient to learn Yoruba culture. All you want to go and do is love, love, love. What about mentality? Who is that? I'm coming. You should give me 10 minutes. What about mentality? The struggle in relationship and marriage is misunderstanding. You want to sit down. Your husband say, don't sit down, stand up. Your husband say in their place, they used to kneel down to give them food. You don't want to kneel down. In your place, they used to kneel down, they used to stand up. Mentality. Some of you keep marrying people that are not going to where you are going to. These are the issues. Do you ever wonder why our parents' marriages lasted? I remember when I was getting married, my mom kept specifying, you must marry from a boy. I was like, Mommy, why is that? We used to think that our parents are tribalistic. They are not, though. Good. I said, Mommy, I don't want to marry from a boy. You are too tribalistic. It was when I married my ex-husband and divorced my ex-husband, I now understood what my mom said, marry from a boy. I'm not saying that there's a guarantee that when you marry from your village or your mentality, it must work. But the tendency of the marriage breaking is very small. Now, see what happened. I married an Edo man. Now, this Edo man does not listen to anybody. This Edo man does not even know where I'm coming from. So it was very difficult to communicate with this Edo man. My mom will always say, if your ex-husband was from our place, it would have been difficult because what scattered me and my ex-husband was very small thing. One nonsense misunderstanding. But when you share the same mentality with people, it is easy to communicate. What used to scatter our marriages is misunderstanding. Small things. So. You know the funniest part people don't understand? Big things do not scatter marriage. It's one very small thing. And my wife did not need that. My wife did not cook it like this. My wife did not bend like this. My wife did not. One very small thing. Your wife is saying, no, in my own place, we marry people who are not going the same direction with us, who do not have the same perception with us. It's just like me now marrying a Muslim. The day I decide to marry a Muslim, I want to die. Because I'm not ready to wear hijab. I'm not ready to cover my head. Neither am I ready to cover body. I like to show body. I like to show skin. I like to wear rugged. I like to wear cleavage. So marrying a Muslim man is shooting myself in the leg. No matter how rich you are as a Muslim man, I cannot marry you. I can't marry a Muslim person. It is not because I'm tribalistic. It's because we don't have the same mentality. Muslims are conservative. They cover. Me, I'm not conservative. But some of you now, you will go and marry a Muslim man for money and want to be wearing bomb shots and be wearing rugged jeans and be showing breasts. Are you high? If you decide to say you want to marry some certain people, you must be ready to coin into their perception of life. There's some kind of men I cannot even date because we cannot communicate. And the kind of man I'm going to date now will be punching ourselves every day. Mentality. We don't think alike. We don't dream alike. We don't even do anything alike. What do you think it is to marry your friend? Let me quickly break down this word for you. A lot of you have heard this word, marry your friend, marry your friend, marry your friend, marry your friend, marry your friend. Right? Good. Do you know what it is to marry your friend? The meaning of marry your friend simply means marry that person that thinks alike like you. Marry that person that do things the way you do things. Before you say A, your friend know what you want to do. Marry people that have the same mentality, close mentality like you. Do you know why I love Derele very well? Derele do. Derele is like me. If you see I and Derele, we can talk for 3 hours. We are like minds. That's why we bond. We are like minds. I don't know that thing Derele. Before I say something, Rele knows what I want to say. So it's so sweet to be around people who have your kind of... People cannot fight. Those things people see as abnormal is very normal to me and Derele. That's why we say we are mad. We are mad because we share the same ideology. It is people who do not share the same ideology with you that say we are mad. Even a mad person that is naked and roaming on the street will call you that is wearing clothes mad. When you remove your clothes and roam around like the mad person, they will call you normal. Perception, mentality. These are the major problem in marriage. We just want to marry love. We forget that when we enter into the relationship, this relationship and marriage comes with sacrifice. But no. The question is, can you take these sacrifices? When you marry people who have your kind of mentality, the sacrifices will reduce. You won't do too much. You are doing too much in relationship and marriage because you are marrying somebody that is off key. So you are trying to impress the person. But I don't impress people. I go like the way I am. The man in my life today, I've said it before, I've been with this man for almost 5 years. He has not shouted on me before. My man can never tell me, you are on phone. When he calls me, a lot of you that have been on my live video would have noticed, when he calls me and I cut the call, he won't call me back. When I call him, he'll tell me, baby, are you on a live? Okay, we'll talk later. If I'm on a live, he cannot interrupt me because he knows I'm working. If I'm on a call, if I tell him now, baby, I have a business trip right now in Abuja, he's the one that books my flight tickets. Anywhere I'm going to, he pays. Sometimes when the people that are inviting me pay my flight ticket, I chalk it in. I chop the money. It's my man that pays my flight ticket to anywhere I'm going to, pays my hotel bill. Mentality. But some men would have stopped me now as Okoro Blessing. Blessing, you're not my wife. You're not my girlfriend. No need of talking on Instagram. No need of talking on Facebook. The man in my life is over comfortable. He can keep me in the house for years and I will not work. I'm with a very comfortable man. Let me not use the word rich before people come and cry, because people don't like it when people say their boyfriend have money, so that you not come and cry. Let me use the word comfortable to make you guys feel good. But he's so comfortable to the point that I can never be hungry. Those of you who think I'm poor, even if I'm poor, the man in my life is not poor. Have that one at the back of your mind. Even if you say me I'm poor, I agree. But you see the man in my life, he is 120% comfortable. But he didn't stop me from doing what I'm doing. Because he knows that the day he tell me not to do it, it's over. He has my kind of perception. Like, I cannot even argue some certain things with him. He thinks like me. He's the kind of man that believes that a woman is not supposed to provide. He'll tell me, baby, anything you are doing is extra. Anything you are doing for yourself is extra. That's the kind of man I'm with. And that is how it's supposed to be. Mentality. Marriage become interesting. Relationship become interesting. Some of you cannot have conversations with your spouses because people don't have the same mentality. Every time there's a conversation, there is a fight. Do you know why there is a fight? Because this one will be talking A, this one will be talking B. Your husband wants you to bend. You want him to bend. But when you guys share the same mentality, what are we arguing for? As I'm talking, my husband already knows what I want to say. We'll be laughing. I say my friends when we're talking, hello Alpha, idiot, where you did? Shewo, where you can't go? You don't go see man. Hey, Olori Buruku. Hey, stay. That's how we talk, me and my friends. If you call her for money, Alpha, Shewo, you don't work out, you go your work out. How many man you don't knock today? Hey, this your toto go wide, oh. This my friend will not come and say, leave him, oh. Piki, I go say, Piki head go for, come on. No need to tear you or do operation. The Piki go just for, boom, play. But some of you can't communicate like that because of mentality. Call somebody now, shall we go vet? You call me prostitute. Mentality. Some people take life too serious because of their mentality. Some people can't play, some people can't joke. Even on the social media here, people can't even play. Because they have a crazy mentality. Some people their mentality is so serious. When you marry a very serious man, your life will be so serious. A man that does not laugh. You cannot laugh with him, you cannot joke with him. Everything is gym. You'll be miserable. So before you make that choice, who are you marrying? Why do you marry people you know you cannot stay with, you cannot cohabit with? Those are the issues. When I married my ex-husband, I knew we're not going to last. God bear me witness if he's on this live video or he comes across this video any day. There was a day I asked him the day we were driving somewhere. I asked him, baby. He said, yes, this one we are married now and we have kids. What if we just divorce? He said, no, babe, don't say that. I said, okay, what next? I was just saying it like, what next? I knew I wasn't going to stay long with him because he had a different mindset from me. Tell my ex that you want to work in the bank, prostitution. You want to open boutique, prostitution. You want to work in an oil company. Everything to my ex-husband was prostitution. You step outside, prostitution. Anytime you go and buy a recharge card, prostitution. You go and buy kerosene, prostitution. There is no time you go out and come back, it is not prostitution. One day I asked him, is it because you're from Edo State? Is that how they used to prostitute in Edo State? Because I don't understand anytime somebody blink eye, prostitution. You make call, prostitution. You answer call, prostitution. I was a prostitute to my ex. Anything you do, prostitution. He will scroll through your phone. My ex smashed my phone more than 7 times. Prostitution. Oh, you leave me alone now? No. I knew I wasn't going to stay long with my ex-husband because I'm an ambitious woman. If you want to date me or you want to marry me and you want to stop my ambition, that is where our marriage will scatter. I'm a very ambitious woman. The only time you can stay with me, the only time you can love me and I can love you is if you key into that ambition. If you drive me, if you support me, that's the only time I can love you. If you don't support me, I cannot love you. My love, I'm very calculative when it comes to love. I'm mature. I am aware at this point of my life. So before I love, I calculate. I don't love stupidly like all these secondary school girls. I don't love sheepishly like all these university girls. I don't have anything to offer. My love is very calculative and strategic. At this my 32 years, I don't love madly. I don't love stupidly. Love is not blind. My eye, they shine. I wear eyeglass. Love blind way. I see. Where love one blind go? My love is not blind anything. Calculative and strategic. The first thing that makes me fall in love with you is if you key into my dream. If you can make my dream come true, I will die for you. Very few people want to make your dream come true. If I see those that want to make my dream come true, I will die for you. I don't play with support though. You see those that support me, I don't joke with them. Mentality. Like mind. That is the meaning of friendship. You cannot be saying you want to go to Lagos and go and marry someone that is traveling to Edo State. Are you mad? You cannot be saying you want to go to Abuja and go and marry somebody that is going to Panya. Are you mad? No. You must learn to find like minds. It makes it interesting. It makes you bond. What do you think? Do you think there's some people you meet and it's as if you've met them for 10 years? The very first day I spoke to Derele, I spoke to Derele for 3 hours. First day we ever spoke on the phone. Not just Derele. Some people, a lot of people I get to speak with and we connect. We speak for a long time. Like minds. Some of you don't know what to talk about in your relationship because you don't have like minds with your spouse. So, Every time you are struggling, baby, how are you? Baby, how is work? How is your secretary? Okay, baby, how is your mother? Baby, what about your father? Baby, your sister, uncle? Because at that point, you don't know what to talk about. You don't know what to say that will offend him. You don't know what you will say that he will like. You don't know what you will say that will bring trouble. So you are playing safe. So the communication in your relationship and your marriage die. That is why your marriage is not working. Because there is absolutely nothing to talk about. The only time you have something to talk about is, okay, imagine right now you come and meet me and you tell me, oh, my name is Oluchi, and I'm like, oh, my name is Blessing. Where did you school? I schooled in the University of Calabar. Ah, Unical! Means if I went to Unical, you would not be like, hey, great smaller breast. What's up? When I remember our set, we'll start to talk because now we have some sort of similarities. I went to Unical, you went to Unical, right? Good. Let's assume right now you meet me and I'm like, Blessing, what's up now? I'm like, Nkechi, what's up now? Where are you from? I'm from my boy. You say, what about you? I'm from Akwa Ibom. Akwa Ibom, do you know I did my NYSC in Akwa Ibom? Are you serious? Akwa Ibom, Akwa Ibom, that state. There's a communication. Some of you don't have anything to talk about with your spouses because you guys don't even connect. No tally, no nothing. People don't share anything in common. Nothing. You are blank. He's A, you are B. He is C, you are Z. That's why it's hard. Date your mentality. Marry your mentality. And that is the reason of dates. Date simply means it is when you go on a date with people, that's where you interact. It is from that interaction. Did you know some people that you're going to talk, you're going to go on a date with, and you want to go again? But as some people that you go on a date with, you're like, we know say this one, it don't end for you. You don't know? That's the sense of dates now. But because a lot of you date for benefits, I'm only doing, in case you are done dating for money and you want to choose, you want to marry, these are the things you should look out for. Because some women are dating for money, they're dating for benefit, they're dating for sugar daddy. I know. Anytime you decide to stop, when you get that thing you're looking for from sugar daddy and sugar mommy, and you now want to settle down, these are the things you should look out for. Like minds, mentality. Don't look out for money. Because you cannot be talking money when you're married to people for 24 hours. You can only be spending money. Money does not talk. Money is spending. Money is silent. And in marriage, if you don't talk, you are going to die of depression. So while you are chasing money, remember that money does not talk. You only spend it. All those designer bags you are carrying, are you carrying it for your husband? No, now let's be factual. All this money that you are chasing, do you know that you're not looking all this beautiful and chasing for your spouse? You are looking this way to pepper people. You want to come and pepper us on Instagram and pepper us on Facebook. All those designer bags you are carrying, are you going to carry it for your husband? No. The designer clothes, will you wear it for your husband? No. Your husbands, even your spouses see the simpler part of you, not the gym part of you. Because you can never see me dressed like this in my house. It's either I'm throwing wrapper, or I'm wearing bomb shorts, or I'm wearing one small bante. If possible, say I'm tying to well, or I'm wearing a robe. This sophistication doesn't come in my house. It only comes when I'm going out. So all this gold you want to wear in your neck, all this Brazilian hair is for outsiders. Do you now see why money doesn't make you happy? Because these things you are buying and these things you want, it doesn't really impress the person you love. It impresses us. All this designer you are struggling to buy is not for your husband. It's for outsiders. You are wearing it for outsiders, not him. Because when he wants to make love to you, he's going to take off the designer. He will remove the wig, remove the designer clothes, and make love to your body. That is why even with so much money, you get tired in relationship and marriage. Money is sweeter for outsiders because they don't know you. It's sweet to wear this hair for outsiders. It's sweet to fix these lashes and wear this makeup for outsiders because that's the only part of you they see. But your loved ones do not see all those parts. They see your body. These things are going to get out. It's this. After this body, interaction, communication. So you need to be very careful when you're making choices when it comes to marriage and you're counting money. That's why a lot of wealthy men's wives are the most unhappy people on earth. You see billionaires' wife, they are the saddest people. I'm saying to them, you see person where all these rich men wife, they are the most unhappy people on earth. The poorest men's wife are the happiest because they have something that money cannot buy. So I'm only saying why you are chasing your benefits when you are through. I did not say you should not pursue man and collect money. Don't get me wrong, because if me I define money. When you are done and you want to make your choices, look out for the stuff. It's okay for you to chase money. So chase money. After chasing money, you find happiness. And happiness is the most common thing. Marriage has nothing to do with, marriage has very little to do with money. Very little. Money is just an extra. If your husband keeps you in Transcorp Hotel, 5-star hotel that he paid 500,000 or 1 million a night, and he cannot make love to you, and your husband keeps you in a one room, and he sweats his life and his dick out and make you come 3 times, which one will you prefer? I will repeat myself. If your husband keeps you in Transcorp Hotel where he paid 1 million a room and he cannot even satisfy you, AC will blow your cum and blow your vagina dry. He will just enter and come out and lie down. Are you going to enjoy that AC? You'll be sweating under AC. And a man keeps you in one room and sweat in fact, when you're even making love, sweat is sweet. I like sweat when I'm making love. It's a turn on for me. I swear. It just makes me believe that the man is giving his best. You know when you are gymming and you're sweating, it also turns me on when the man is gymming. When I go to the gym like this now, and the guy is gymming and he's sweating, that thing is a turn on for me. I swear. So I don't like to go to the gym because I don't like to see guys. I love it when the guy sweats when he's gymming, or when he's sweating when he's making out. That sweat, I just see effort. I see energy. I see time. I see investment. That's what the sweat does for me. So when I see a man sweat in bed, I'm like, wow. If your man have not sweated in bed, he's not doing anything. So sometimes, why am I using this example? Money doesn't make you happy. It doesn't. So let us stop marrying for the wrong reason. So the major mistake we keep making in our relationship and marriage is the fact that we refuse to marry people who have the same mentality with us or similar mentality with us. We refuse to marry people who are going the same place that we are going to. That is the meaning of friendship. When you hear the word, marry your friend, marry your friend. Some women are shouting, suffer head, suffer head, suffer head. Guess what? These women who are shouting suffer head, can I shock you, men? When you give the same women so much money, guess what? A lot of women who are shouting suffer head, I cannot suffer. When you give them so much money right now, they will take that money and go and be suffering with a small boy. I know of so many rich women that used to go and fuck small boys inside ghetto. They will leave their mansion and go to the ghetto and fuck a small boy. These are women that are saying I don't like to suffer. Now lie. I've seen so many rich women that will leave their luxury car and go to the bush and go and fuck. I've seen so many women that are going to leave Transcorp Hotel and go to the cheapest hotel and go and fuck. Because they don't want to be found. Because they know that people know them in Transcorp Hotel. Then what I tell him that you don't want to suffer? Go and sit down. Most of you are gold diggers. A lot of these girls are hungry girls. There's nothing like suffer. You enjoy your comfort zone. Nothing like suffer. If you drive Benz now, and I drive Toyota, even if my Toyota and a Toyota Spider, you can't drive G-Guard, and I get AC for inside my Toyota Spider, you get AC for your G-Guard. The difference between your G-Guard and my Toyota Spider is speed. But the same AC where they blow you, I ain't gonna blow me. I know they sweat. The difference between G-Guard and Spider Toyota now speed. But in my comfort, I am still getting that little comfort in my comfort zone. What are you talking about? Why are we hustling? We are hustling because we want to speed. Why do we want a Benz? It's because we want our journey to be faster. It's not because what is inside Toyota is not inside Benz. Or it's not because what is inside Golf 4 is not inside Benz. Now the same AC. Now the same motor. The difference is now speed. We know say when you drive Benz and you enter road, you go know why Benz be Benz. The day I started, you will not even appreciate Mercedes-Benz if you are driving it within Lagos. You will appreciate Mercedes-Benz when you are on the highway. Hi! That time you go no say you dey drive car. Mercedes Mercedes-Benz is not for show off. Mercedes-Benz is for speed. When you hit the highway, nobody go see your back. You go dey fly like say you dey plane. Now when you dey inside things like Mercedes-Benz, you go enter gallop, you no go feel them. When you dey drive Mercedes-Benz, you don't need to throttle. You know when you're I have a Toyota and I have a Benz. When you're driving a Toyota, you need to throttle hard. Boom. Mercedes-Benz, you know they throttle, just small leg. The car go dey If you drive a Mercedes-Benz on the street, you won't enjoy Mercedes-Benz because you don't enjoy the speed. Drive them for highway. That's different between Mercedes and Toyota. Oh, what we hear there about? I'm using this for those people that are saying money. No. You can enjoy in a 1-bedroom. You can enjoy in a face me, I face you. Even if you are living in a duplex and I have my AC inside my 1-bedroom or my face me, I face you. Now the same enjoyment. The difference is that you have space. What's the difference between duplex, 3-bedroom, 5-bedroom, and 1 room? Space. Space. It's not comfort, it is space. There was this day I entered somebody's self-contained and I shout. Nothing we know that guy house. He pimped his house. Self-contained. You know go be listening to self-contained. If you see pimping, Jesus. The only thing the guy did not have was space. If you enter inside that guy's house, you will not. So change that your rotten mindset to think that I live in a 5-bedroom duplex. That's where I live currently now. And I stay in just 1 room. The other rooms I don't enter. Once in a while I come downstairs and watch television. Once in a while I just walk around the house. Why am I telling you this? Space. And most of this space, sometimes we don't need it. A lot of the properties in my house, I don't use them. Like this is how I designed my house. In my room, I did not put DSTV, but I put DSTV in the parlor. So my electrician was telling me, Mama, why you not put DSTV? I said, I want to have a reason to be coming downstairs because if I put DSTV in my parlor, so if I put DSTV in my room, I will never come downstairs. So I put just TV and DVD. I watch movie in my room. So I come down to watch DSTV in my parlor. Because if I make mistake and put that DSTV upstairs, I will never come downstairs. And I need to go and be warming up the parlor that I paid for now. Do you know what am I? I'm explaining to you because these things don't make you happy. You build duplex now 1 room, now you go sit down. If possible, say when you are living in a duplex, if you live on put, I'll come and live with you. We need to be careful. The reason why we want to get bigger houses is space, so that we can have more property. That's all. There were things I couldn't buy when I was in a 2-bedroom, but I bought it when I got into a duplex. It enables, you know, when you have space, it helps you buy property and occupy it. That's just it. So whether you say for 1 bedroom or you say for self me, I face you, it doesn't mean you are suffering. Change that mindset. You're not suffering. Anything where they duplex, be there for self-contained. No, they talk like that. Change that mindset. Then when you're moving into a bigger place, space. The reason why I wanted a bigger place was because of my kids. What am I doing with 5-bedroom? I wanted the people come to my house, they have where to stay. I have a guest room. It was my kids that even made me move because I wanted a compound where they'll be playing in, where they'll have space to ride their bicycle and their car. If I didn't have children, what am I doing with duplex? I not see a lot of young girls that are living in duplex that are lonely. They beg for me, they can't stay. I know a lot of cream girls that are staying in duplex alone. Loneliness won't kill them. Only you go come out for night, you go to echo. What are you doing with the rooms? Nothing. Growth, you just want space. So I'm trying to change the mindset of that person that is saying, I don't like suffer. I don't like suffer. It's a lie. Just because you're not driving a certain car does not mean you are suffering. It's a lie. That's a lie. I drove a Kia Rio manual. That was my first car. I don't drive Spider. I don't drive Pontiac Vibe. I don't drive Toyota. I don't drive Benz. And I'm telling you the difference between these cars, now speed. Nothing else. And my next car is going to be a G-Guard, a G-Wagon. Why do I want to buy a G-Wagon? Speed. 2 reasons why I want to buy a G-Wagon. Speed and respect. G-Wagon commands respect. And it has speed. The reason why I want a G-Guard is because when you see a G-Guard on the road, you go know now. You. Keke, they avoid G-Guard. Once you see G-Guard, you respect yourself. Mana. I like the statue of G-Guard. G-Guard gives you this kind of statue. Mana. Oh, nah. Okay, that's why I want to buy a G-Guard. Whether I be like, I get to go G-Guard. Because I like the statue that the G-Guard gives. You know, there's this skinny, and when you're not a small girl inside the G-Guard, what the fuck? And when I buy my jigger, what I'll be wearing is bomb shorts. Small nika. They'll say, one sugar daddy, don't buy them for him. When I hit the road like this, I like to travel. I like to travel. I've driven from Calabar to Lagos before. I've driven from Calabar to Enugu before. I've driven from Port Harcourt to Enugu before. The day I was driving on the highway, people could not believe it, that it was a woman. I did drive. And I will be driving with loud music. No, I like road trip. I'm a number one fan of road trip. So I like good cars when I'm on the road. Like, I love to drive. I think I'm an alpha female. I like to do what men do. I don't know. Anything when man they do it too, they suit me to one try. So I like to do what the guys do. I love men's car. I love the things that men do. I like men car. I just like to do man thing. I like. So guys, I hope I've been able to teach you something. I hope you've learned something. So please, before you make that decision, kindly pay attention to people who are going the same direction with you and people who have your kind of mentality. I love you guys very, very much. And please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click the link on the bio. I have a lot of content happening there. Just subscribe. Anytime when you get free Wi-Fi, if you go watch all the videos, they are very insightful. They are very impactful. Trust me, you're going to love all of them. Thank you so very much, guys. I love you guys now. I love you guys so very, very much. And thank you so much for finding time to listen to me, like my videos, comment on my page. It means a lot to me for appreciating my work and appreciating my craft. I appreciate you guys too. God bless all of you. Bye-bye.